Hello, welcome back to Chat About. So what the devil are we talking about today? Well, this is my 101st video, meaning my last video was the 100th. So this is kind of a happy 100th video celebration video, if you like. But because it's the 101st video, I'm talking about the number 101, which actually is more interesting than you think. But before we get into that, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment if you enjoy my videos, that is. Or indeed, even if you don't enjoy my videos, please do subscribe. So let's get back to it. Number 101. And the first thing we're going to talk about, obviously 101 is a number, so we're going to talk about my favourite subject, mathematics. It's not my favourite subject, I can assure you. I've never been good at maths. But anyway, we'll have a go. So the first thing I want to tell you about 101, it's the 26th prime number and the smallest prime number above 100. So what the devil is a prime number? Well, it's a whole number which has only got two factors, itself and 1, and it cannot be divided by any other numbers. Also, 101 is a palindromic number in a decimal, and so a palindromic prime, whatever that means. Because I don't know. 101 is indeed a unique prime because the period length of its reciprocal is unique among primes, apparently. 101 is also the only existing prime with alternating ones and zeros in decimal. Another interesting thing about 101 is on the 7-segment display of a calculator, 101 is both a strobogrammatic prime and a dihedral prime. What it means basically is if you turn your calculator upside down like this, it still looks the same. Okay, so now let's talk about mineralogy. In mineralogy, a Miller index of 101 is a crystal face that crosses the horizontal axis and 3D vertical axis, but does not cross the 2D vertical axis. In physics and chemistry, 101 is the atomic number of Mendelevium, an actinide, and you wouldn't believe how many times I had to film that bit to get that right. Anyway, so what on earth is an actinide? Well, it's a series of metallic elements whose atomic numbers start at 89 and end at 103. Their radioactivity is one of their most unique characters. Because of their unstable nucleus, they decay into other elements and other simple particles, which basically means if you bugger it up. But so what about astronomy? 101 is the Messier designation given to the Pinwheel Galaxy in Ursa Major. Then we move on to books, TV, films. First one I'll talk about is a book by a gentleman called George Orwell. Now, George Orwell wrote a fantastic book called 1984, which in its day caused a lot of scaremongering because he was writing about what he predicted would happen in 1984. Now, in that book, Room 101 is indeed a torture chamber. Now, it was apparently named after a conference room at BBC where George Orwell had to sit through loads of tedious meetings. George Orwell's book was also the inspiration for Room 101, a series on BBC Two where various celebrities had to throw things away, basically their least favourite things. What would your least favourite thing be? Please don't say Chat About. Anyway, no, the least favourite things. What would I throw away? Beetroot. Anyway, let's have a quick look at a video from BBC Two's Room 101 and see what Jack D would throw away.
What kind of people wind up Jack D?
White van drivers.
Okay.
White van drivers. I think white vans should be banned.
So let's have a look at books then. There's been literally hundreds and thousands of books with 101 in the title. 101, how do you do this? 101, how do you do that? But the most famous, probably, of all the books ever written with 101 in the title was obviously 101 Dalmatians. So let's have a look at a clip from Walt Disney's 101 Dalmatians.
They're here! The puppets are here!
Walt Disney Pictures presents 101 Dalmatians.
Your father, Pongo!
They were totally irresistible,
We must call this one Lucky.
unbelievably precious,
Dipstick?
and had a style all their own,
Whizzer.
which is all Cruella de Vil ever wanted.
I live for fur. I worship fur. Put them in a bag. I'll take them with me now.
The puppies are not for sale.
So another book is 101 Reykjavik, which is a romantic comedy drama about a 30-year-old man obviously living in Reykjavik. Let's have a look at a clip from that film.
So tell me, Lena, what is it you do in life?
Nothing.
Ég ástfangin af henni Lólu.
Hvað þá sért þá lesbía eða þetta er bara spurning um smekk, sko.
Keep an eye on that fellow over the new year. Yeah, I will. You say that because I'm a lesbian? You want to spend the rest of your life on social benefits?
Why not?
What would happen if everyone were to do the same? I mean, what kind of society would that be?
Sleeping with a man like that? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Fuck you! No, I fucked you!
There was also a much less known film called Film 101. Now this film follows a character called Kevin, who was a student filmmaker embarking on his thesis project. So let's have a quick look at a clip from Film 101. Now you'll all remember the pop group Depeche Mode. Well, you will if you're, not kind of 19. But they released an album called 101, which was very popular. A look at 101 in geography. So in Quebec in Canada, Bill 101 is the charter of the French language. When this charter was going through, it caused an awful lot of upset and riots. In Hinduism, 101 is considered to be a very lucky number. In Russia, however, the 101st kilometre became a colloquial phrase for limits on freedom of movement under the Proposky, which was a Soviet system of controlling internal migration. Throughout the world, there are loads of roads labelled 101. The longest of these are the BR 101 in Brazil, with a length of nearly 4,800 kilometres, which is about 3,000 miles, and the famous Route 101 in the USA. Now, Route 101 is a north to south highway that traverses the states of California, Oregon, and Washington, and is 1,500 miles or 2,400 kilometres long. So moving across to Taiwan, in Taipei, there's a tower called Taipei 101. Now this was the tallest skyscraper in the world from 2004 to 2010, standing at a measly 508 metres high. The Ro Et province is a province in Thailand. The name is literally 101 in Thai language. Now there's probably been quite a few different trains, planes, automobiles with 101 in the title. But this is the DB Class 101, which is a class of three-phase electric locomotive built by Adtranz and operated in Germany. There's also been some fantastic cars in the world. One 101 certainly wasn't fantastic, and that is a compact car by former Yugoslavian car maker Zastava. So the Zastava 101, or the completely horrible ugly 101. But that's what it is anyway. In an emergency, we all know that you dial 999. But what about non-emergency calls? Well, 101 is the number that you dial. Other things that feature in your day-to-day life, with 101 in the title, most people have got a computer, and a lot of more modern keyboards have various extra keys and things on. But the standard original computer featured 101 keys. So, any other 101s that we can think of? But I expect you can think of 101 reasons why I should sod off now and go quiet. So I will. But before I do bugger off, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment on my videos, which mean an awful lot to me. What's the next video going to be about? I think the next one's going to be a hotel review about a really nice hotel. So, catch you soon, take care, sayonara baby.